This is Call It Like I See It. Here is your host, Rafiq Shahid.
Hey there, welcome to September Stage Gymnasium. This is what we play. Now let's take you through how September Stage goes. Follow me. So for 30 years, our beloved Rashid Sheikh Mubarak Ali Shah Jilani has been preaching and having us pursue higher education. Did you know that Khalifa Atiq Rahmatullah Alayh is the principal of one of the first madrasas that we had in our community? And not only that, but he was a fierce basketball player, competitor, and he was really, really good. So on September 1st and 2nd, September Stage will be honoring him, not only as an educator, but also as a fierce basketball player. We will compete, the 8 teams, for the gold. So September Stage is not only a basketball tournament, it's more than that. It's about educating our youth. We're raising funds for Falcon Academy, a madrasa here in Holy Islamville, South Carolina. So we look forward to having you all here. And I say that to say this, that every last one of us have a part to play and a role to play in September Stage. Not only as helpers, spectators, fans, or players, or even referees, but also as parents and watching our kids. And also as volunteers, by cleaning up behind ourselves. So please, go to the website below, click on the rules and regulations, read up on the dress code and the rules, and follow them. Because when we play within the flow of the game, we decrease our chances of a turnover or a violation, and increase our chances to win. So let's all get a victory. So for all of us here in Holy Islamville, South Carolina, we appreciate you, we respect you, and we hope that you do the same. September Stage, be there. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I am your host, Rafiq Shahid. Welcome to Call It Like I See It, another episode here tonight where we're going to be speaking about all of the schedule changes that are, the schedule that was out last week. We didn't have a show last week, but we did release the schedules. People were able to see them, and we'll be talking about that tonight. As y'all know, my co-host, Hayat Shahid, is not here. He is in New York, but we ain't forget about him. So live on air, happy birthday, bro. 25, you done hit the number. That's when you can rent cars. You legal now. Everything goes better for you. Insurance is lower. Credit's better. Make it happen, bro. Congratulations. May Allah grant you many, many more birthdays. And I'm so proud of you, just as a man, as a father, and proud to call you my brother. So happy birthday. And just like you would always do for us, we always got to do something for you, man. You know what I mean? You're the guy that's going to put together a video for everybody and all of that. I don't really have all of those things, any videos here for you, but I do have this, and we're gonna do it like this. Here's a happy birthday for you, bro.
We sing happy birthday to you, and may all your dreams come true.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
this is your birthday song.
Celebration all night long.
May all your dreams come true.
We sing all together.
happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday celebration. Party night, we feel the vibration. Lights are bright, we're feeling alright. We're dancing till the morning light.
Happy birthday, bro. Just a little something for you, man. So anyway, September Stage is brought to you today by My Anthem. Salim album drops Labor Day weekend. Salim Abdul Hamid, his album drops Labor Day weekend. It's called My Anthem. Look forward to getting that. I look forward to getting it, definitely. CD, whether it's on a CD, whether it's on iTunes or Android, whatever. So look forward to getting that. We'll have more details for you on Labor Day weekend at the tournament, and we'll be speaking a little bit more about it, about you getting that album. But real fast, before we even move forward, I just got a quick story to tell, and it's actually about Salim. True story. So, we're going to New York. I think it was for the first Veterans March that we had. You know, when the bikers came. It's me and my Abu Rahmatullah Alayh, Honorable Khalifa Atiq. And we're going to New York. Now, me and my father are huge Kari Ishmael fans when it comes to nasheeds. We listen to all of his albums that he has, you know, and he always gives me like some backstory on, you know, on a lot of the songs. So we're going up and we're listening to that. It's a 12-hour trip. So I get to my playlist and I get to Salim. So we listen to Salim, and you know, I'm realizing my Abby's rocking back and forth, and he's really vibing. So. I'm just smiling because I'm looking at him. And then he turns to me and says, you know, Eben, who's this? I was like, it's Salim. So, you know, Salim Abdul Hamid. So he's like, man, he needs to do something with this. So I'm so proud to see what he's done with it. You know, I know my father would be proud as well. He's performing at Muslim Fest in September in Canada. So I know that my father would be so happy, and I'm proud of him, along with other people in our community. We'll get more information on that, but he's really making something out of his gift, and he's doing it for Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So I'm, you know, every time that he makes a song, and you know, I call him and I'll talk to him about it. You know, we have some good conversations on that. So congratulations. Look forward to getting that album. So next thing is, we want to, of course, wish a good luck to him, as well as we want to wish a good luck to all of the teams that are going to be performing in September stage. We are about 3 weeks away from September stage. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? It's there. Like, when I go to my games in Ref, I drive by the gymnasium that we're going to be playing September stage in at, and I'm just thinking like, man, a couple of weeks, that gym is going to be bumping. So good luck to all 8 teams, because in about 3 weeks, you all enter that Coliseum. You all enter that arena to tussle it out until one person rises from the dust like a Heathcliff fight. So we look forward to having y'all there. We thank you for your support, for everything that you do, because all proceeds go towards Falcon Academy. Like we do all the time, we want to thank our teachers for Falcon Academy. And this week we want to give a personal thanks to a few teachers, and that is Samina Bibi, who is 4th grade teacher. Tara G. Begum, Junaid, she's math 1st grade teacher. We have Salimullah, who is English and language arts for our Falcon Academy youth. And we just want to give you our personal thanks for your dedication and commitment to Falcon Academy. Thank you so much for all that you do. And we look forward to having you guys back next year, inshallah, to give that dedication to our youth. Thank you so much. So before we get the show started and start talking about the schedule, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick break, let everybody tune in, and then we're going to talk schedule, let you know what game is first, give a little breakdown of it. We're going to try to get through the whole schedule, but if we don't this week, me and Hayata touch on it next week. But we want to just take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking more about the schedule. Bear with us.
Like a leaf blown and thrown by the gusting winds, bashed and thrashed by my nafs again. I will do anything to win love of my beloved once again. Accept me, Ya Rabbi, my sins are so ugly, but you are so lovely. Where do I begin? I need a fresh start, let's start within. On you I can depend. Like the sea, the waves are rough, the tide is high, resembling the battle that I fight. I will do anything to gain control of my desires once again. Accept me, Ya Rabbi, my sins are so ugly, but you are so lovely. Where do I begin? I know that I can't always depend on you until the end. I fought this battle before. This time it's war. I'm giving all I've got. I will never surrender. I fought this battle before. This time it's war. I'm giving all I've got. No, I will never surrender.
Welcome back, welcome back. We are back on Call It Like I See It. That is a new hit single from Salim Abdul Hamid, War, that will be on the album. I've been playing that just little snippet all week. So just imagine when the album drops. We're going to be going ahead and talking about the schedule, though. So Hayat put together a real nice schedule. We have some real nice games to start the tournament, real nice games to end the tournament as far as the first day is concerned. And then we'll give a little breakdown on the second day and how it plays out. But before we start the schedule and talk, we want to kind of talk a little bit more about why we came up with conference play versus how we played last year, where we played more along the lines of like a talent pool. And the reason why we changed that up is because when you're dealing with the tournament and you're dealing with all different types of team with different types of talent, the one thing is that you try to put teams that are in the same level or so playing against each other. And what you do is when you do that, there's no conferences, so you're going to end up doing it by point differential. Who has the best point differential. Now, what it does is that it puts teams that are more talented at a significant disadvantage, because they have to play other teams that are at their level. So what winds up happening is the games are a little bit closer, whereas those lower ranked teams play each other, and those games can go any way. It can be blowouts, lopsided games, and then those teams end up getting a higher point differential. What winds up happening is you end up with maybe a first seed that may not be a first seed, and they're playing a top seed in the first round, and they're the favorite, or they're the better seed, but they're not the favorite. So what we did was is that in order to really own that number one seed, we took it to conferences. And in conferences, there's 4 teams in each conference. They're all going to play each other once. And we're going to go record, and then we're going to go head-to-head matchup. Point differential will play a factor, and I mean that to say total points will play a factor in what we do as far as scheduling for the second day, and I'll explain that a little bit more as we go on. But that's the reason why we went with conference. So you're going to play everyone once, and then after that, the next day, we'll talk about that. So conferences now, as we know, we have the Directors Conference. It's HQ, Made Men, Guard Up, and Team Draco. It's changed from Heat Check. I think last show that we had, you all knew it as Heat Check, but now that's Georgia's team, and they're Draco. And then we have in the Producers Conference, we have RFM, we have LTMN, we have Don't Sleep, and Next Gen. So they're in the Producers Conference. So we're just going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about scheduling. But before we do that, we have a quick announcement. So Draco actually has a new guy that they picked up just earlier this week. They got Ali Matman. He's a producer, but they got Ali Matman from Canada. So he's going to be playing with Draco instead of HQ, which HQ has majority of the Canadian team. So that's interesting because they do play each other. So let's go into the scheduling and let's talk a little bit more about the games. So we're starting you off with a game. I mean, we're starting you guys off with a game that you all want to see, looking forward to, and it's the first game in the morning. Now, I'll say this before I say what the game is, and I'm pretty sure some people have already seen it. Before I say what the game is, I would say that everyone's saying, oh, why did you start the game? Why did you start the tournament off with a game like that? You want spectators to be there, fans to be there to see the game, things like that. If you're a fan, if you're a spectator, if you're a fan of the team, you're going to be there for whatever game at whatever time it is. That's what you come to the tournament for. But we want to give you a show. That's what September Stage is all about. It's about a show. So we're trying to start the tournament right and end it right. So first game is going to be Don't Sleep. We all know about Don't Sleep, getting Rico Dumalik, also getting Nuri from Tennessee, Jalaluddin joined their team as well. So we got all those guys on the team, and they're going to be playing the defending champions, well, runners-up last year, LTMN. Now, we know the background of that game. We already know how that game is ready to be one of those bangers. I mean, these teams have played each other. Don't Sleep has played LTMN, and they haven't won. But Don't Sleep is completely different this year. They're completely different this year. So we're looking forward to kind of see what they bring to the table. And we'll talk more about matchups and stuff. We want to take some calls and hear from you guys. Next is going to be Next Gen, the Young Guns. Next Gen versus RFM. That's a chance for those young guys to step up. They have some new guys on their team that haven't played in the big boy tournaments, and we're looking forward to kind of seeing what they can do. Bahu, leading them at that point. Hamza bringing it out and coming out to play as a veteran. Manawa Ali taking that additional step, picking up Chubby and Debo. So we're looking forward to see what those guys have. But they're up against a giant. I mean, they're up against the number one seed of the tournament, the overall number one seed by ranking, and Poppy and Rara, who has multiple MVPs of tournaments and All-Stars. I mean, what award does he not have? And what ring, does he not have? He has multiple. He does it all. And they also picked up Sadiq, one of the guys who were a runner-up to play with Next Gen. So that's also a game that you look at matchups and you look at can these young guys run these, the veterans off of the floor? Or are they going to be able to keep up? Are they going to be able to control the tempo of the game when RFM tries slowing them down? So we'll look forward to seeing what that's like. We're not going to talk about strategy and all of that. But next game up is going to be Guard Up. That is our local team, Guard Up. And we haven't really talked a lot about Guard Up, and I'm going to do that now. But we got Guard Up versus Made Men. That's also a huge giant for them to take down. But like Jack and the Beanstalk, you get your chance. You climb it, you chop down the tree, or you get stomped by the giant. Which one is it going to be? But Guard Up, their name. Now this game, Guard Up versus Made Men. Just the names alone, sound like a mafia movie. So we want to see what Guard Up has to bring. I mean, they're playing against the number 2, number 3 ranked team. Up there, some debate that it's the number 1 ranked team in the tournament. So they're playing against them. But Guard Up, they have some non-community members that we don't know about. We don't know what they're going to bring to the table. They have some members from LTMN, the old LTMN team, in Ishmael, got Smiley coming, Malik. I'm hearing about Kyrie's younger brother. He may be playing. So they have a little bit of mix there that can come out and can surprise people. You don't know what they're going to bring. You look at the roster, you look at them on paper, you may say, oh yeah, that's a dub, I'm going to get that win. But we don't know. We don't know what it's going to be, so we look forward to seeing that. Now, Made Men, they're coming with Mass, they're coming with Lamb Boys, they're coming with even a little bit of HQ. They really mixed it all up, and they're looking to bring it all to the table. They have a lot of veteran leadership. They also have talent. But this year we get to see Moody Bey, inshallah. Last year he was supposed to come. He was going to play with South Carolina, Timu Takin, but he had an injury and he wasn't able to play. This year he's coming. He's looking to play, and he's looking to go off. I mean, I've had conversations with him. People have had conversations with him. He's in work mode. He talked about getting rid of zone so everyone can man up. Hey, he's playing Guard Up. Are y'all going to play zone or are you going to Guard Up? So we want to see how that goes as well. And the last game of the sessions, and that's the morning sessions, last game of those sessions will be Team Draco, Georgia, versus HQ. Now, this is a game that has high expectations because Dean loves playing against HQ. He's playing with guard up. He's playing with Team Draco. So he loves playing against HQ. That's the squad that he always goes against every time he wants to turn up against them. And last year he had some unfinished business. He was playing with Don't Sleep. They were up by 10, 12, 13, whatever, and they didn't keep the lead. HQ ended up winning the tournament. So Dean's now with Draco. They're looking to take down the Giant as well and get that victory and change up everything for the first day. I mean, that right there with Draco getting a victory, that can change up so much on how the rest of the tournament plays out, especially in that conference. That's in the directors conference, so especially in that conference. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to let y'all soak that in, and then we're going to come back and get started on the second events and the second set of games. So bear with us for just a few. Take a quick break. We'll be back.
We sing happy birthday.
Hey there. Welcome to September Stage Gymnasium. This is what we play. Now let's take you through how September Stage goes. Follow me. So for 30 years, our beloved Rashid Sheikh Mubarak Ali Shah Jalani has been preaching and having us pursue higher education. Did you know that Khalifa Atiq Rahmatullah Alayh was the principal of one of the first madrasas that we had in our community? And not only that, but he was a fierce basketball player, competitor, and he was really, really good. So on September 1st and 2nd, September Stage will be honoring him, not only as an educator, but also as a fierce basketball player. We will compete, the 8 teams, for the gold. So September Stage is not only a basketball tournament, it's more than that. It's about educating our youth. We're raising funds for Falcon Academy, a madrasa here in Holy Islamville, South Carolina. So we look forward to having you all here. And I say that to say this, that every last one of us have a part to play and a role to play in September Stage. Not only as helpers, spectators, fans, or players, or even referees. Thank you. We are back. Call it like I see it. Your host, Rafiq Shahid, a.k.a. Rafai Shahid. So we're back, and we're finishing talking about the schedule, breaking down some of the matchups, and just letting all the fans know what's going on, and for those that haven't seen the website. So we went through the first couple. I'm not going to go ahead and repeat those. I mean, hey, if you listen to the show later, you'll hear them. And check the website out, septemberstage.gymdo.com. You can check out that website and see all that information pertaining to the schedule. So after that, next games, we're going to start our afternoon games to be at 1 o'clock. Our afternoon games will be starting with Don't Sleep and Next Gen. So I don't have to say nothing about this game. I mean, everybody knows. Rico leaving Next Gen, going to Don't Sleep. It's going to be hostile for him. Him going in there, I mean, the fans that are all Next Gen fans are going to let him hear it. I mean, he's going to get boos. He's going to hear it. How does he show up? Does he play within the team, or does he try to prove that he made the right decision? Which can sometimes cost them. So we'll see how that works. See how that plays out. I'm pretty sure Next Gen is looking forward to that matchup. I know they circled that game. Everyone's going to want to be in the gym for that. And the game is going to be so special that after it, and it's going to be so special, so intense, that after it, we literally have scheduled it so that we can take our first day break for Salat, because we're probably gonna need it. You know. I mean, it's probably gonna be trash talk going back and forth. Friendships may be hurt, but we'll go ahead and we'll take a break at that point. We'll make Salat. Now this year we're bringing something special to September Stage, something that we've never really did, and we want to introduce this year. So when coming in as a spectator or coming in as a fan, you're able to purchase your ticket, and you're able to pay an additional $1 for your kids or you, whichever one, which will go into your ticket will go into a raffle. Now, the way that the raffle works is that we're going to pick everyone out of the raffle. It's not just you won't have a chance. We're going to pick until everyone is gone out of this raffle, inshallah. That's what the goal is for. Because what the raffles are is a chance for fan participation. So we'll have you come onto the court, maybe take a shot, a half-court shot for some prizes that we have. We may have some father-son activities. We may have some 2-on-2s for some of the youth. So we have some things set up, and we don't want to all give it away of what we're going to be doing, but we look forward to people come in for that. And participate. All proceeds go towards Falcon Academy, and it's some fun that we can have. We have some things with some of the younger youth, like 3 and 4 and 5. So I'm telling you, you're gonna really love those things. After that, after Salat, we're going to start with LTMN. Now, as far as before this, and I just have to say this before we start about the schedule, about the dress code. We all know about that. We know about the dress code. But what's important is that when we take these breaks for Salat, that we are on time to do so. For one, we want to make Salat on time, and two, we have the gym for a certain amount of hours. So please bring what you need to bring to make Salat. Making Salat in short sleeve shirts and shorts on. Bring some clothes, so therefore you can switch your clothes and be presentable when making Salat. That's very important. So next game after that is LTMN versus RFM. Now we're getting into the games now. We're getting into where the matchups mean something, because this is a matchup that's potentially for the first seed in their conference based off of ranking. This is a matchup for that first seed. So you have LTMN versus RFM, and that's a big one. I look at that matchup and I look more towards Kitab. Is he going to be the Kitab? He got MVP last year. Congratulations. Kitab said he's coming, he's cooking. But is he going to be a 3-point shooter, or is he going to be in that paint? Is he going to, be in that post against Biggie, against Shafi, against those bigs? Is he going to be down there, bodying up? So we look forward to kind of seeing where he goes with that. So let's look for that matchup. And that's probably one of those games that you're going to see more out of people like Poppy, a veteran. People like Rara, you're going to see more out of them. I think the next gen game, you'll see a lot more of Sadiq and Khalid. But in the RFM, LTMN, that's a veteran game. That's when the big boys strap up. So we'll see how that goes as well. Next game after that is Team Draco, or Draco, whichever one they go by. They're going to be playing Made Men. So that's Deanie's chance. I don't think that Deanie ever got a chance to play Lamboys. I don't think Georgia's ever played Lamboys. Not even in a tune-up. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're here on the chat, let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if they ever got a chance to play Lamboys or Massachusetts or whatever. So that's Deanie's chance. He's looking forward to that. I know he is. Next up we have Guard Up versus Guard Up is going to be playing HQ. So first Guard Up got Made Men, now they got HQ. Now, some people say, "Oh man, how do you have them playing the hardest teams in the league? They're the newest team." You can't do that. Yes, I can. And here's the reason why. Because when you're talking about September stage, we come out and we show. And I have a lot of faith in Guard Up. I think that they're really underrated. I think that we don't know what their non-community members are going to bring. And at the end of the day, everyone has to play everyone to get to the chip, and that's what it's all about anyway. So we give them those games, and I admit that they're hard, but that's where you get better at. And we get to see exactly what Guard Up has to bring to the tournaments. Not this one, but more to come. We hope that they stay together, they grow together, and in more tournaments, they're looked at like the next gen. Next gen came in when they were younger, and they got better as they went. So before everyone just jumps on my back and says how you give these guys these hard games, everyone's playing hard games in my opinion, because I think all of these teams are good. So, and that's just me. I'm not just saying that to be Joe or anything. I don't have a stake in the tournament. My stake is Falcon Academy. So I have a stake in the tournament. I'm not trying to set up anything for anyone to win or lose or anything like that. We play the game, we officiate the game, and at the end of the day, one person wins. So those are the afternoon games. Then we're gonna go ahead and we'll, of course, we'll take another probably brief break so that we can get more crowd and fan participation going, some games and things like that going for the crowd and pulling from the raffles, if time permits and stuff. After that, we are going to go to the next set of games, and this is the evening games. So the evening games are now starting, and when they start, these are the games that you want to see, because these games right here are going to determine where everyone sits for the playoffs. So we'll start with that. First game, Don't Sleep versus RFM. Rico gets to play Poppy. Duke Kayum. This is a game for those guys, and this is a game for them Nori shooters, because we already know RFM's more than likely going to play zone. Those shooters have to show up, because that's what's going to break a zone down. But once again, I don't want to get into strategy, but that's what I'm just looking at as far as what we're going to probably see from Don't Sleep. But that's an intense game. We don't know what position they can be battling for at that game. At this point, everyone would know where they're sitting for the playoffs, and these games mean the most. Next game, after that, we'll stop. We'll make Salat. We have Asa break, so we'll stop. We'll make Salat and have break for that. Moving on, we'll be having Next Gen versus LTMN. Now, we know this game last year. Next Gen won the first day. LTMN won the second day. This right here is that tiebreaker. Now, they don't have Rico. We know that. But that's all in the past. Next Gen's bringing some new young talent. LTMN definitely is not sleeping on them. And they want to make a statement. They really feel like Next Gen is not on their level. I mean, they understand the hype that all of the fans have made it between Rico and Kyrie and things like that. But they're like Next Gen is not on their level, and we're going to show everyone. We're going to show everyone that. So let's see how that game pans out. And that looks like a game of the bigs too, with Manawa Ali, Zaki, Hamza, and Kitab. Those guys battling out in the paint. And they also have Khalil. Now, I've watched Khalil play. He's a non-community member. I watched him play in the Charlotte Muslim League tournaments. He can. I'm not gonna say all the things about him. You got to do your own scouting, but he can play in the post as well. After that, we then have Guard Up versus Draco. So Guard Up will then play Draco, Georgia. So we look forward to that game, and that right there, of course, can be for seeding as well. It can determine who wins that game. Can determine a lot of things depending on the first couple games of the day. So that's why these games matter the most. Now, we have a chalkboard or a whiteboard there at the gym, and you'll be able to see exactly where you're standing in your conference while you're playing. So the pressure's on. Then the last game of the night will be Made Men versus HQ. Yes, I did it. Made Men versus HQ. You guys ain't leaving the gym without a game banger. You ain't leaving the gym without a game banger. That right there is probably the game of the first day. I mean, it's going to have that championship atmosphere. It's going to have a playoff feel. I mean, they're going to go in. That game is probably going to come down to the wire, and we look forward to seeing that. So those are the games. Let me know what you guys think. After that, we'll be leaving for the day. We'll leave out and come back the next day. Now, I want to go ahead and explain how that works. I want to go ahead and explain to you guys how the playoffs work. So, after the first day, everyone in their conference will be then reseeded from 1 to 4. So everyone in DC will be seeded 1 to 4. Everyone in PC will be seeded 1 to 4. Based off of record, head-to-head matchup, and so forth, right? Now, to assure that nobody plays the same person who they played in the second day in the first round of the playoffs, the number 1 seed in DC will play the number 4 seed in the PC conference. The number 2 seed in DC Conference will play the number 3 seed in the PC Conference. Number 2 seed in DC will play number 3 in PC. The number 3 seed in the DC, the Directors Conference, will play the number 2 seed in the Producers Conference. And the number 4 seed in the Directors Conference will play the number 1 seed in the Producers Conference. That's how the playoffs then line up. So you're getting all new games for the first round of the playoffs. And you battle it out, 1 game elimination, on to the championship. We're going to do 18-minute halves, stop clock for the last 2 minutes of the game. And then the championship is going to be 20 minutes, 20-minute halves with stop clock for fouls, timeouts, things like that. But stop clock throughout and last 2 minutes, definitely. Now, we threw a little incentive in with the refs, and I don't mean an incentive like, hey, we're going to pay someone to call the game, but we want to make sure that we get the best refs for you. So we are paying a little bit more for the championship game, and the refs that are there for the day, they'll be refs from my company, where I ref at. The refs that are there for that day, they're going to be evaluated throughout their performance with you guys in the tournament. For the championship game, we'll sit down, we'll look at those refs, and pick out the best 2 refs. The best 2 refs to ref the championship game. So you get that top-notch quality ref. And they're pushing to make sure that their performance is good throughout the tournament as well. So it gives them a little bit of incentive to make sure that we're getting that great service. I know all of you guys love the refs from last year. That's the reason why I joined their company. I joined their company, and I'm telling you, it's not just y'all. I mean, all of the gyms that I ref at, my wife goes to the games with me. She hears the compliments that we get, and people asking me, "Hey, come back next week. No other ref come back. You come back next week." So our company gets those compliments all the time. It's a really good company here in Charlotte. We do a lot of tournaments, have a lot of experience. So that's how it's looking. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. And after that, we have about a few minutes, maybe take a call, and people kind of talk that talk. Bear with us for a few. Take a quick break. When we'll be back, we'll talk that talk. Call it like I see it. But also as parents and watching our kids. And also as volunteers by cleaning up behind ourselves. So please, go to the website below. Click on the rules and regulations. Read up on the dress code and the rules. And follow them. Because when we play within the flow of the game, we decrease our chances of a turnover or a violation and increase our chances to win. So let's all get a victory. So for all of us here in Holy Islamville, South Carolina, we appreciate you, we respect you, and we hope that you do the same. September stage. Be there. Welcome back. We are on the last few minutes of Call It Like I See It. And we're gonna try to get some calls in. 704-351-3045. Give a call. Let us know what you think about the the schedule. Let us know what you think about the playoffs, crowd participation, whatever it is that you want to let us know about. We also have one more gym. So, first things first. The awards came in today, and they are spectacular. I mean, I'm real proud of this company that I ordered these trophies from. The trophies came in, and I'm pleased with them. The rings are in, and some other trophies. Not going to talk about those, but some other ones are in, and I'm excited about when you guys get to see them. But we are going to bring back to the tournament, because we've had this in previous tournaments, the 3-point contest. So the 3-point contest will be, we are doing it on invitation. Based off the first day's percentage, and we're taking stats like that, misses and makes. So we're going to pick one player from each team based off of the 3-point percentage, whoever has the highest 3-point percentage on the team. So it'll be 8 participants to participate in the 3-point contest. This will occur between the Final Four and the championship game to give those two teams a rest. We'll have the 3-point contest. But we're also opening up the 3-point contest to everyone else, as well as fans, to join the 3-point contest for just $5 to join the 3-point contest, and they will be winning cash from that bucket, from that pool. We also have a trophy for the winner as well. So that's how the 3-point contest will work. We have our first we'll do our invitations, and then after that, we'll open it up for everyone else to still participate in the 3-point contest. For just $5, you'll get to participate in that 3-point contest. And remember, all proceeds go towards Falcon Academy. So that's about it that we have for our show today. Don't look like there's going to be any calls tonight. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be talking. Pretty sure everyone's going to be talking. Next week, we'll definitely have some guests on the show. We'll get some lined up. Want to hear from some of your favorite players. So we'll get those.
Like a leaf blown and thrown by the gusting winds, bashed and thrashed by my knobs again. I will do anything to win love of my beloved once again. Accept me, Rabbi, my sins are so ugly, but you are so lovely. Where do I begin? I need a fresh start, let's start within. On you I can depend. Like the sea, the waves are rough, the tide is high, resembling the battle that I fight. I will do anything to gain control of my desires once again. Accept me, Rabbi, my sins are so ugly, but you are so lovely. Where do I begin? I know that I can always depend on you until the end. I fought this battle before. This time it's war. I'm giving all I've got. I will never surrender. I fought this battle before. This time it's war.